Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we are 95 days away from our maneuver node to put our asteroid in orbit over Jool. So let's hop on over to Jool here and take a look at what our final orbit will be here. Well, quasi-final. So we're going to have a periapsis just outside the orbit of Bop. So that's great. This is basically perfect. This is really, really ideal, which is not a huge surprise considering I set that up earlier. So let's go ahead and warp a little bit closer to the maneuver node. So we're going to go ahead and warp about 60 days in here. And then we'll be a few days before the actual maneuver. Of course, it bears noting that we only need to go 87.7 meters per second, and as we burn off fuel, we will be able to convert more and more of this into additional fuel. So our thrust to weight will go up fairly substantially. We are currently about 20 days away from our maneuver. So let's go ahead and... hang on. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and warp manually a little bit here. So 18, 17, 16, 14, blah, 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 blah. 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay. 3, 2... 1. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and kill that off real quick. Kill that warp. Actually, let's warp a little bit closer. Let's get down to about an hour away. At that point, we'll be probably close enough, is what I'm thinking. So let's go to 3 hours. There we go. That's 3. 2 hours now. And 1 hour. Okay, that's good enough right there. I'm going to make a quick save in case the physics messes anything up. And let's just start pushing this ever so slightly and see what happens. Are we currently mining it out? Well, the answer is, oh my. Look at that physics. That is not ideal. Okay. Let's go ahead and stop that. Oh my. Let's continue to stop that. That is some wacky physics going on there. Okay, so first things first. We do need to get this operating again. So start the asteroid harvester here. And liquid fuel is currently full. But let's go ahead and start up this harvester as well. There we go. And we are continuing to reduce the amount of weight in this particular rock. And let's keep this pretty low on the thrust, because it was causing some pretty hefty issues. This is going to be a kind of lengthy burn. Okay, we are drifting off right now. So I'm going to go ahead and reorient. Okay. No, we should not be physics warping. What am I thinking? Don't physics warp. That'll break everything. Okay. Stay locked to the node. So come on over to the node. As soon as you can. Almost started. There we go. Now we're moving. Over to the node. And just about ready to freeze rotation now. There we go. Okay. Let's burn some more. Come on. Stay at the node. Nope. We're losing it. And I went into the cockpit for no reason. Okay. Kill rotation. We've managed to get a reasonable chunk of it done. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it on over back to the node. And of course, the mass of this particular rock is declining over time, and our fuel is going back up since we are converting the asteroid mass into fuel. Okay, let's try this again. Oh my. That just causes so much waggling. I'm not cool with that. Okay. We gotta keep it a little bit more tempered. So let's do something more along the lines of this. More akin to this. Okay. Come on. Nope. Gotta cut engines. We were drifting too far. Okay. So, let's just work our way on back. Come on. Get started. It's almost started. And we've managed to get about 20 meters per second, so that's good. That's very good, in fact. So far, so good. Almost there. Excellent. Okay, freeze that, and let's try again. Okay, let's hold right about here. Nope. Stop a-waggling. Come on. You can get back. Nope. We've lost it. Okay. Well, we're just going to keep on doing this sort of burn. No. No physics warp. I keep trying to do that. It keeps not working, because if we physics warp, these engines will explode. And we do not want that to happen. We are continually reducing the mass of this thing. It's gone down by about 2 tons, so that's excellent. We're almost back into position as well. So as soon as we get right about here. Perfect. Okay, let's throttle that on up. Right to about here. And with any luck, we'll be able to hold here for a little while. Would be ideal. Nope. Drifting right on off. Okay. One thing we could try, of course, is operating from a different non-4-nozzled engine, but I think that's not strictly necessary right now. We'll see what happens as we continue to burn off mass here, but this thing should become easier and easier to control. Okay, so far so good. Let's burn a little bit more fuel here. I'm going to try it at half throttle rather than 2/3. See if we get maybe a little bit extra burn time out of that. Looks like the answer is not really. Okay, well, let's get on back. Okay, we've gotten it down about 3 to 4 tons, which is good. That's, you know, quite a few percent. Well, like 2%. Okay. There we go. We're back in position. And we're almost halfway through this burn, which is good. Now, hypothetically, what happens if we just, like, chill down here at, like, 1/3 thrust, maybe? 1/3 or 1/4 thrust? Seems like we're still drifting out at about the same speed, actually. Yeah, we definitely are. Okay, so I don't think it's a thrust issue. I think it's just that the physics don't handle this amazingly well. Which is a little weird because this was a core feature of an expansion. I don't get it. Anyway, we are almost exactly halfway through this burn, which is fantastic. Come on back to the maneuver node. There we go. Excellent. And we're continuing to drop fuel, which is good. Oh, no you don't. No, stay in that node. No. Nope, gotta drop. Unfortunate. Okay, let's kill that physics and head back over. We're getting about 5 meters per second out of each burn, it looks like, which is not perhaps ideal. However, we are down about another ton, so that's great. Come on over. I'd like to maybe overcompensate going over a little bit this time. Push the node a little bit back towards retrograde. maybe about right there. We'll see where that goes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. I like that so far. Nope. And we lost it. Okay, well, we got a reasonable amount of progress there, and it actually snapped almost right back to where it was. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off over this way. Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay, freeze that, and let's go again. Let's see how much we can get. We're getting a reasonable amount. We're going to lose it soon, though. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, 33.7 meters per second to go. We've gotten about 50. So that is great. So far, so good. Okay. So let's just waggle our way back on over here. We've got ourselves plenty of time. Lots and lots and lots of time. Okay. Yep, chill right about here. Okay. And let's get a burn rolling. Hold it over here as long as we can. That was a reasonable burn. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we gotta drop now. Lost attitude. But, as you can see, the mass of this asteroid is declining constantly, and it's getting easier and easier to control every time. So that is fantastic. Also, our thrust to weight is going up every time. Our liquid fuel is currently on the decline, but that's fine. It just means we have a place to store this mass from the asteroid, which is good. Okay, so let's come on back over. Come on. Almost there. Okay, I think we've overshot a little bit. I want to come up and over a little bit now. So right about... Come on, a little bit over to the left. You can do it. I think that's good. Let's try a burn right here. And see where that puts it. Okay. Okay, so far so good. 20 meters per second to go. Okay, and we should cut our engines and reorient. This would certainly be easier if the physics would work with me. But alas, they are not working with me. Also, my phone has decided to ring, which is weird. Go away, phone. There we go. Okay, let's reorient back over here. Come on. You can do it, Jeb. Get on over there. Excellent. I think we are about in position now. Just trying to do a little bit of correction. Okay. Hold over here. So far, so good. Less than 15 meters per second to go. 12 meters per second. 11. Okay, 10 meters per second. But we're drifting too far. So, back we go. Excellent. This thing is down to 143 tons now. So that's great. And we'll be able to warp after we're done with this, because we're going to need to do a lot of work with this particular rock once we get there. Come on. 10 meters per second. That's all we need. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and freeze it here. And let's do a burn. And let's see what we get. We're so close right now. 5 meters per second. Okay, we're drifting, and so is it. Let's see where we're at in terms of our real actual orbit right now. Okay, we are very, very close, actually. That is very close indeed. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So let's work our way back towards the maneuver node. Almost there. Only 4 meters per second to go. Gonna freeze it right here. And I'm just going to watch it from here. 4.7. 4.6. 4.5. Okay, we've got 4 meters per second to go. We are approaching our target. Fantastic. 3 meters per second. 2 meters per second. This is looking good. 1 meter per second. And I would say that we are officially there. That's close enough. Okay. So this is going to be a big inclination change. There is no doubt about that. But our first priority is definitely, well, first, I'm going to save because I don't want to lose that to a crash or something. Physics bug. And we need to start warping to here, which is 4 years away. While we're doing that, we need to go ahead and at this periapsis, add a maneuver. And this one is bop, so we need to do a retrograde burn. A fairly hefty one at that. And I want to do the burn a little bit earlier, right about here. This looks good. 576 meters per second, though. Youch. Okay. So, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the warp here. And we are going to continue to mine. Start up those asteroid harvesters. There we go. I'm going to mine over here as well. It's not going to be hugely efficient. Apparently I'm not going to mine over here. Okay, that one's going to mine. But this one doesn't want to mine, for whatever reason. I think we've bounced too much, and it can't actually reach the surface. I suspect that's what's happening. Okay, so we're 5 years away from this node, which is quite a ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and allow our fuel to refill, and we're going to drain as much of this as we can. There's only 30 resources left, but we're down to 125 tons, so that is great. And we are almost full again on fuel. And we are full again on fuel. And we are full up on ore now. Okay. So that's all we're going to get for right now. We've gotten this up to 560 meters per second. Now, we will still be able to refuel as we burn, and we'll also be able to reorient and use one of these other tanks in order to burn. But let's go ahead and point towards the node for right now. That could be a kind of lengthy process, but we've managed to drop about 40 tons of weight off of the actual rock itself, which is fantastic. And as we approach over here, we're just going to need to continue to work with this. So, will we have enough delta V to get this all done? I don't know. Maybe. It's probably going to take a fair amount of delta V to get our inclination change for BOP. The question is, do we have enough? We have a fair amount. and that amount will go up as we continue to mine out the remainder, the remaining 15-ish% of resources. However, we'll have to do an inclination change, home and transfer, then break. If we don't have enough, then I will be sending another, essentially, tugboat out here, probably with something that is much more efficient, which pretty much means ion propulsion, which is going to be really lengthy. Anyway, we've got about a 5-year warp ahead of us, and I'm going to go ahead, now that we are at the node, I'm going to go ahead and start the warp. However, that'll still be a pretty lengthy amount of time. So I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we will see about getting this thing into its proper position. But this break is going to be kind of exciting and might take all episode. We'll see. So, like I said, I've never done this before with the whole repositioning asteroids and such. It's kind of a fun thing to do, there's no doubt about that, but there's too many unknowns at this point for me to really say what all will happen next episode, other than this breaking burn will happen. So, I guess we'll figure it out once we have a little bit more information, and until then, I will see you all next time.